But
All
go
right,
ahead.
if we're going to talk about Sam, I'll just be super, super honest and upfront.
Okay.
Before I say anything about Sam, I do love him. I want him to prosper. I want him to go preach.
He's
I think he does amazing things for the community of God. And you know, all of us, we have like faults and stuff. And it was just a weird thing. So this is my perspective. Anybody else, you could say what you want, do what you want, act how you want. But this is just from my perspective. The Eucharist situation happened. My church is not happy with me. Did I make a mistake? A huge mistake. I'm trying to express how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, what I'm learning. And I used a word that offended people. Now my heart's broken because I'm like, bro, like these people are like taking it the wrong way. Like that's not what I meant. And but that one I deserved the smoke for. Like I should have been a little bit more respectful. And to be honest, I'm blessed that I went through that because it gave me a lot of like wisdom to be very, very cautious with my words. You know what I mean? Anyways. So I'm praying and I'm like, God, I want somebody to come and show me in the Bible verses and all that stuff. And so I knew about Sam Shamoun because I would watch his videos online. And I also know about Sam Shamoun because I'm a Syrian, he's a Syrian.
And he's local to you.
Yeah. And this is just me being honest. I'm just telling you how it is. I don't want anybody to be disrespectful or not disrespectful, like think I'm lying or anything like this. Is just, I promise, this is my perspective. I don't even announce that I'm going to have him because I don't do that. I have the conversation, and if the conversation works out, then I post about it. He posts about it immediately. Hey guys, I'm going on the Janko show. So I was like, all right, no big deal. You know, like it gets the people excited. Like that's totally fine. I'm excited about it too. And he's such a powerful speaker. Unfortunately, I had like so many people call me and said, hey dude, don't put him on your show. You were one of them. If you want to ask the real questions, you were one of them, and don't put me out there like you weren't. You were one of them, and so many other people that are his friends, and I'm not going to be disrespectful and say their names because I'm not in their face, but I'll call you out because you're here.
Yeah.
But there's so many people.
Let me add a little context.
No, you don't get this, you peed. This is my time. And then what did I tell you? I said, everybody has a chance to come and show themselves. And I was honest, and you said, dude, that's really cool of you.
Yep.
Okay. So I invite this guy into my home. Within the first few seconds, he said a lot of disrespectful things. And I'm
just
like,
on the podcast or just coming into your
camera.
home?
He was just saying some weird things like, oh, look at the money you have, huh? Yeah. Like it was just weird. Like he was just saying some comments and it was just, I already felt like he wasn't there for a good reason. But I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll have the show. We're having this conversation and he's doing what he's always doing. He's just trying to bulldoze me. And in my opinion, like you're not going to bulldoze me in my faith. Like if you want to show me your faith.
You're not going to bulldoze me in my home.
No, I don't mind that. You could bulldoze me. I'm just saying you're not going to nudge me. Yeah. Like I'm here to learn. I want to learn from you. I'm not here to debate with you. I don't know about the topic. I see it from my perspective. Now he says that I'm emotional. He says, oh, he's all about emotions. I am. I base off of everything of love and respect. Of course I'm going to be emotional. Now, does that mean I only base everything off of emotion? No, but I would say stuff like, well, what do you think? I'm like, well, I feel about this. And he'd be like, oh, feelings. And he would always cut me off and just never let me speak. So I just sat there for an hour just listening to him. And in his videos, he was saying he was demolishing me. I had Robert there. As soon as he started being disrespectful to Robert, I asked him to leave. Because you could be rude to me. And by the way, he was being rude to me in front of my wife, in front of everybody. I didn't mind it. But he kept calling Robert a fool. And so then I asked him, I said, dude, like, if you think we're fools, which we might be fools. But if you think we're fools, why would you not just explain it to us? Why are you yelling at him and saying mean things to him? And he says, well, no, if he's going to act like a fool, he's going to be a fool. And then I was like, do you think that's how Jesus would want you to preach? And then he started telling me that Jesus would cuss people out and do all these things and stuff like that. So he says, if Robert's going to talk, then this conversation's over. And so I said, okay, well, then with all due respect, we're done here. And I shake his hand. As I went to go close my audio thing, it was wiped. So he said that we ended the conversation because of the audio thing. That was not true. And to be honest, for a man to go preach the word of God and lie like that, that was really weird to me. And then I'm seeing him post thumbnails. I haven't said a word yet because I still respect him and I don't want to disrespect him. I haven't said a word yet and he's made 5 videos about me, smashing my head, saying that he beat me, did all these things and reading our text messages and framing them in way, it was weird. And so I texted him, I said, hey bro, like I don't feel comfortable talking to you. Like you just go, like, it felt like, you know what it felt like? It felt like he wanted to show the world who he was, and he didn't care if I was saved or not. And so I respectfully didn't want to have the conversation. By the way, and not that many people know this, we had times to go and do another one. I asked him, I said, hey, if Robert's bothering you next time, come and we'll just do it on home. But because how he treated me, how he spoke about me, how he spoke about what God is doing in my life, he was going on rants and being so disrespectful. I took a moment and I asked God, I said, God, what do you want me to do here? Do you want me to retaliate? Do you want me to speak about this? And I'll never forget him in this prayer I'm feeling. He just asked me, do you want his fruits? And I said, there's not a single plant or fruit that man has that I want anything of. Like, I want none of it. Like, he doesn't seem happy. He doesn't seem like he has love in his life. Every single person that he works with called me and apologized. All of the people that he did rooms with, I'm not going to mention, obviously. I'll mention you because you're in this room. Many people try to get me not to work with this guy, but I try to work with him because I love and I respect everybody. And I want to have a conversation with everybody. I will have him back on the show. I will say this out loud. I will have him back on the show. I would love to have a conversation with him. But he has to come with respect. There's no reason to come with that much disrespect. Even if me and you don't see eye to eye, there's no reason for you to call me words or say stuff about mothers or go eat vomit, or these are not, like when I'm talking to Cliff, when I'm talking to Robert, I want to be like them. I see their wives and their kids and their fruitfulness. I see how happy are, how healthy are they are, how they're running to their neighbors, how they're loving. That's what I want to be like. When I was with him, it was the only time in my life where I was begging God for this to be done. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I felt like I couldn't breathe around him. And so I tried to have a really healthy, proper conversation. And this man only wanted to show me who's boss and hammer on me the things of, and it was just, I just didn't feel like it was holy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like Pharisees.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did reach out to you and I called you and I was like, dude, you're having Sam on. Be careful. I don't think it's going to be a good look. I don't think it's going to go down well. You know, I did call and say that too.
I just thought he would come on and like, bro, my dream was that he came on and me and him, like, I know it sounds dumb. I thought he was going to be like, hey dude, I saw what you saw about the Eucharist. Here, brother, I know the Bible verses like this, brother. Here, look, check this out. What if we read this and blah, blah, blah. But it was just like he was bullying me.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't even concentrate.
No. Because I think if someone is wrong, you don't have to dominate them to make the point that they're wrong. Like if you're wrong, that could be communicated with the fruit of the Spirit. And I think as Bible people, we view the fruit of the Spirit, kindness, gentleness, right? Self-control. Like these are high virtues.
The reason why I didn't invite him back in my house is because he kept talking about my wife, bro. And it really bothered me.
Yeah,
he said, your wife's going to leave you. Your wife's going to leave you. And I was like, bro, well, you don't know me.
Yeah.
How could you speak to me this way? You don't know me.